I'm going to ask each of you today to discuss your unique approach to balancing personal life and career.
I think one of the things for me is to be extremely organized in every single thing I do. I also am, I'm very decisive, so I don't labor things too long. And I've said it a million times, I think that the amount of good support that you have, you know, whether it's a nanny or a babysitter or after school programs, I think that is key for me. That is like the number one thing that I can clearly know that's been success for me.
Something that's really important to me is to be present to where I am each day. It's so easy with clients or our kids or our families to get caught up in thinking about the other when we're with the other, and I try to really focus on who I'm with at the time, whether it's family, friends, clients, business associates, and be there and be present.
My version of success is just listening to my gut and just making sure that I stop when I feel like I'm done and I keep going if I feel like I'm on a roll, and the gut doesn't lie.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You need to really be flexible and a multitasker, which I feel women are better at than men. And, you know, to be really organized. And, you know, don't feel guilty. Don't sell yourself short. Be balanced. Try and be balanced from that perspective. And you won't ever be. And there is no real process to it.
But I like the example when we spoke before today, when you said that even if you had your laptop before the baseball game started, you know, once
my son started playing baseball, I'd shut it down. And you know, all the parents would laugh at me. I'd have my iPhone, whatever, or I'd be in the car marking up invoices, but then once I got to the game, I was in that game.
And that's important. Just like, you know, rules that you have to create for yourself when your kid's are little and you're juggling a busy professional life. So I know, you know, the great example I know from the president is that I was always in shock that he went upstairs and ate with the kids when he was in town. Who knows what this president will do. But I have been privy to some of the rituals and you know, the rules that this panel's created. So who wants to jump in first?
My dad wasn't home a lot, and he loved spending time with us when he was. So every time he would be home and we would be there, he would just want to play with us, get on the floor, play with us. It was his way of bonding with us because we were kids, that's what we did. And so I do the same with my kids. I would come home from work and I had a king-size bed, and it was nothing but children in the air and airplane rides, and but not only that, the few hours that you have with them when you do get home. With mine, you know, making dinner and making sure that homework is done and everything that is involved with the kids, and it's 2 hours at best. So I fall asleep with them. If the dishes don't get done, the dishes don't get done. But I snuggle with my babies.
No. And I remember always, whenever I went home, it didn't matter how long the day was, or if I was traveling or whatever, whenever I was home, I always put my daughter to bed, and we always read every night. So we would pick out a book. We definitely have our favorite books to this day. She's 17 and still quotes some of those books. And I remember there was this one book, it was so tongue twisted, and inevitably she would pick that book on the day I was so tired and so sick of my own voice, but it was like, suck it up, because this was the bonding time that we had. And I'm really glad I did that, because she's an avid reader now, she's passionate about that, and it really helped us stay close when I was gone most of the day, every day.
I'm not a real person, so I would say I would have no rules in my life, but I do have some rituals, and one of them is similar to Kathleen. My daughter's also 17. We were comparing notes on that, and she still asks me to tuck her in at night, which is Obviously, she's 17. She can do many things without, does not need to tuck herself in, but it's our time to connect. You know, it's that pause point when we put everything else aside and chat. And I have a few personal things that I do, because with mine I need to be focused. I like to be focused on what I'm doing, so when I leave the house, I always make my bed and I always leave with a clean kitchen, because I feel like I have to have my home life in order if I'm going to go into my always chaotic day at work. So it kind of gives me peace to know that everything's okay. I'm going to leave now.
I was telling Nancy, I said, you know, I've never been to Euroshop, and I participate in all these industry events. Euroshop always took place the week that my daughter was off from school, because it's President's Week in the United States. And it was such an important time for us to go away as a family and have our vacation together. So planning the vacation, spending time on the vacation, coming back and having the memories of that. And now she's off her first year of college. I'm gonna go to Euroshop. So it's like, I could finally go to, I mean, you mean I could go to Euroshop? So, but I mean, those are the kind of things that, you know, are really important to, you know, your family, and your family understands your business, and your business has to understand your family, so.
This is a part of a poem from an author, a poet, and her name is Lily Long Soldier, and she claims dual citizenship of the United States and the, I'm sure I'm mispronouncing this, Oglala Lakaya Native Tribe. And she states, I must work, I must eat, I must art, I must mother, I must friend, I must listen, I must observe, and constantly I must live.
Oh, that's good.
That's great.